In this video, you'll learn about using the stash searching tool. A stash is a way to save uncommitted changes in your repository. It takes a snapshot of the local repository, saves it, and then resets the repository to the last commit. Stashes can be viewed and reapplied to the code later. I'll create a stash to show how it works. This repository has two short text files. For this example, I'll enter unique line of code, then save the file. In the Git staging view, there are now uncommitted changes in the repository. Instead of committing the changes, I'll stash them. To do that, right-click the repository, go to Stashes, Stash Changes. The Commit Stash dialog box is displayed. Enter a stash commit message. For this example, I'll enter added a unique line. This stashed the changes and reverted the file back to before the changes were made. Note, the file is back to 4 lines of text instead of 6. To view the stashes, right-click the repository in the Git repositories view. Highlight stashes, and the stash is displayed at the top of the list. This is the only option to search for all of your stashes in eGit. Some of the stashes don't have informative stash messages, and some of them don't have stash messages at all. It's not easy to search for a specific line of code using this method. To search for specific stashes, you can use the stash searching tool. To access the tool, right-click the project in the Enterprise Explorer view. Go to Team, Search Stashes. A dialog box is displayed. It contains a list of all the stashes you made in the repository. You can view the timestamps, the commit message, and the committer of the stash. At the top of the dialog box, there is a filter box. Enter a filter string to filter the stashes. You can filter by different methods. The default filter method is by stash message. This option is useful if you have many messages. You can also view the messages from the dialog box itself. Another option is to filter by committer. This is useful if you have several developers working on a single branch. For this example, there is only one committer in the repository. The third option is to search for a stashed line within a file. When I created the stash, I stashed unique line in this file. A stashed line is a line that is removed when the file is reverted back to the latest commit. For this example, that line that started with unique was a stash line, and it was the only stash line in the stash. To search for a stash line within a file, I can enter the filter unique. All the stashes are filtered by the string unique. This is the latest stash. You can double-click a stash and it opens in a stash editor. The stash message and all the files associated with the stash are displayed. You can open the file to view the version of the file before the stash. Here, you can reapply the stash changes to the file if needed. That concludes the demo for using the stash searching tool.